There's nothing private on the public internet. Welcome back, aliens. My name is Naveen Reddy, and in this video we'll talk about your privacy on the internet. See, we all know about privacy, right? Nowadays it's not there because of Facebook, Google, Amazon. So whatever you post on Facebook, you feel it's only you and your friends are looking at it. Not exactly. So Facebook is using your data for commercial use, and we know about it. So whenever you search something on Google, whenever you search something on Amazon, so they know your interest, they know what you like, they know in which domain you're working in, they know everything about you, your locations as well. And they use them to influence you to buy products, to vote for some party, right? So we know about those things. And we recommend that don't post everything on social media websites. But that's fine, that's on the other hand, right? But we have another concern now. Nowadays, it's not just you are posting something online, it's your behavior is being observed and tracked. So I'm talking about the smart devices, right? So now we have Google Home, we have Alexa, and we have Siri. So normally we enjoy them, right? So we talk to them, we make them do some things for us. But there's one little problem here. So they are listening to you, right? And then we feel they are robots, and whatever you talk to them, that's fine. It is kept in private. Not exactly. So whatever you do with those devices, let's say if you talk to them about your life, and then if you ask them, hey, how to reach to this destination, and then if you try to solve some mathematical problem, that's fine. So let's say if you say 2 plus 2, Alexa says 4, and that data is getting stored on the cloud. That's fine because you are talking about general terms. But what if you are sharing your personal life with them? What if you are making a diary on Alexa or on Google Home? The problem is everything is getting stored on the cloud server. Now you'll be thinking why they'll be storing it? Because they are improving, right? Of course, Alexa, Google Home or Siri, they are not that perfect, which we assume. So they say they are your personal assistant, but not exactly. They have not reached to that mark of being a personal assistant because they don't understand 100%. So they are learning, right? So even Cortana. So all these technologies, all this smart assistant, they are learning from you. And that's fine, you're training them, that's how you do it, right? That's how you improve the world. So you help them to learn so that they will help you in future back. But there's a problem. Sometimes we don't understand on what should be the limit. So you share everything, your public details, your private details on Google Home. So that data is getting stored on the cloud. And they will be using that data to improve their algorithm. And that's fine. The computer is using your data, then they are listening to you, that's fine. But what if I say it's not just computers? Humans are also listening to you. So they're listening to your private messages, they're listening to your chat. But why? It's because they want to improve, right? So normally we assume that because of movies, we assume that the AI software will improve itself. But what is happening is all these big companies like Google, Facebook, Amazon, Apple, they hired some human contractors. So they will be listening to your audio, and then they also have a copy what Google Home has responded you, or on Facebook, if you transcribe, let's say if you want to convert your voice to text. So they just try to understand whatever Facebook Messengers has converted your text, your voice into message, is it correct? So basically they just try to map it, and if something goes wrong on the messenger side, they correct it. So that next time when we use that word, it will be correctly spelled or it is properly dictated. And that's their job, right? So there will be human contractors who will be listening to your voice, okay? They'll be listening to your audio messages, and that's fine if it is a public message. But what if it's a private message? Because nowadays we share everything online. In fact, if you want to talk to your friend on WhatsApp, normally you send voice messages, right? So on WhatsApp, we don't actually use voice to text, but on Facebook Messenger, we have it, right? And then we tend to share everything online. So that's one thing, don't share everything online as of now. Yes, they have an option of opting out, right? So on Facebook Messengers, they ask you, do you want to have this feature? And when you say yes, then only they will scan your messages. That's what the Facebook says. Apple has the same thing. In fact, they have stopped this practice now. They're not anymore using human contractors until when, but they have stopped this practice. But then it can come up at any time, right? So no one was knowing about it. So there was some third-party company that they leaked this messages. And that's where Google accepted that they have done this. So not just Google, Facebook, Amazon, they all came up, and then they have revealed that yes, they are using human contractors. So at one end, that's okay because of course they have to improve the algorithm. But then as a user, we have to understand that nothing is private on this public internet, right? So you have to limit yourself. But that's on the other hand, you'll be thinking, okay, I don't use any of the voice to text feature. I don't use Google Home. I don't use Alexa. And even if you use Alexa, you have to inform Alexa, hey Alexa, then only Alexa will get activated and then you can talk to it. That's not how it works. Maybe they are listening to you continuously. So Google Home, Alexa, maybe Siri, they are continuously listening to you. Because let's say if you don't say Alexa, it will not be awake, right? But the moment you say Alexa, it get awake, but then that means it is continuously listening to you. They might be sending this data to the servers. They might be using your data, your personal chat, your general discussion with your family with the human contractors. That's one of the issue, right? I'm not sure about the next steps from these companies, but we have to make sure that if you really think about the privacy part, don't say anything in front of your devices. I know that's scary, but that's how things are going now. So let's see what steps this company takes, but then you can take steps from your side. Don't share anything online. If you want it to be private, make it private. Okay, don't do anything on the internet. Yes, WhatsApp says end-to-end encryption, but I'm not sure how end-to-end encryption it is. So that's the issue. Now, what of the solution? It can be blockchain, because if everything will be implemented using blockchain, you will be holding your data. You own your data. So you have a control. Do you want to share this with third party or not? Because as of now, Facebook is not giving you any permission to control your data, right? Facebook says, okay, I will share your data with anyone. And you will say, okay, we don't have a choice. But in future, you might have a choice. You will own your data, so you can control that Facebook or all different companies, they should not be sharing your data with some third party. Only when you give the permission, they will do it. So nowadays, all these companies, they are not asking for permission, they're asking for forgiveness, right? So they do stuff, they experiment with your data, and then once they got caught, that's where they say, okay, we are sorry, we'll not be doing it again. So that's one thing with all these public companies. Let's see what goes ahead. So that's about it. That's from this video. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know in the comment section, and don't get that scared. It's just that don't share your private data online. Bye-bye, everyone.